What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BTR Beyond the Ropes. My name's Fernando, aka Retro Relapse. Here with you on a Thursday night, and with me, as always, is my tag team partner. Apparently, double fisting tonight. Randizzle, aka
Yeah.
Randy. What to do, Randizzle?
What is up, Fernando? On another bell, the bell.
Make a little bit.
Oh, another bell, the bell. I'll take this off. You know? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But another beautiful Thursday night. Nice cold Thursday night. But before we get into it, of course, if you want to watch back, catch us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast needs. And of course, at the socials at Beyond the Ropes Pod. What's going on?
I think we're going to talk a little bit about a little AEW today, but before we jump into that, uh, I don't think we got a chance to mention it on Tuesday, but don't forget we have to mention our other official sponsor, GuttersMadeEasy.com. Oh my God.
Advanced Seamless Rain Gutter Solutions. If you ever need any gutters, gutter guards, water collection, water tanks, rain barrels, or drains, or pressure washing, soft washing your house and your nice little driveway. You got too many trees, filling up those gutters. You got too many trees, putting that weird stain on your driveway. Just give us a call at 512-213-5763. God, I almost forget it. And of
There you
course,
go.
at guttersmadeeasy.com.
Oh my God. Gotta add that in there. Gotta add that in.
You got it. Anytime we talk about .coms,
That's
that's one
right.
of the things
Dot
that has to
com.
come
That's,
up.
that's right. That's right. Joey Styles. Shout out Joey Styles.
Shout out Joe. What is he doing nowadays? Is he a producer somewhere?
Could be, or maybe handling some other business in another company, or maybe just, who knows? Could be a car salesman. We don't know.
I know.
It's hard to say. We don't.
Mm.
We don't know.
It'll get you
But what we
know.
do know is AEW Dynamite was this past Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, 12/3. And they're moving forward with the Continental Classic, and they're just giving us bangers and matches on these things. I don't know if you're paying attention to the bracket of what they have going on. They've got some good matches going on. I cannot fucking lie, dude. Like, you know, take my radio voice out of this. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, it's been good. They've been giving us good matches on TV, and I mean, this is still leading up to a championship match. So I'm excited to see how things are going to progress, how they're going to regress, and how what things are going to really happen with a lot of the stuff that's going on. Because you and I both had a conversation, was it sometime last week or the week before, where we were complaining to each other, bitching at each other about both belts being unified and separated and all that bullshit. And right now they're separated.
Yeah, they gave it.
I was right. Again, I was right.
Kyle Fletcher, and of course Don Callis gave an explanation to Renee Paquette on a little backstage interview. But before I get into that, I do want to say I'm talk about this Continental Classic kind of tournament. I'm not a big fan of these tournaments, especially what AEW does a lot of times because sometimes it's just put together. But you're right, man. These matches, hands down, have kind of shed a light on some of these wrestlers who kind of get lost in the shuffle sometimes. One of those wrestlers being Pac, Claudio, what's that kid's name? Knight,
Kevin Knight,
Kevin Knight. Who else? Fucking
Speedball Bailey.
Orange Cassie's back in the mix, and that was a good fight. Like Okada, you got Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher. I mean, you got Roderick Strong. Like there's a lot of fucking heavy hitters here. It's pretty awesome to see teammates versus teammates. That's been pretty awesome to see. I think when the Don Callis family fought Okada versus Kyle Fletcher, that was a good one. And then yesterday, Claudio versus Mox, that was a damn good one. So it's been good. It's been really, really good. And again, we bitch about a lot of this AEW, why there's so many fucking belts and stuff. But if this is the kind of programming and matches you're gonna get because they started separating these belts just for the hell of it to give you something like this, okay, I'm okay with it because it's been good. It's been really good. And unfortunately, I think in the beginning of the show, they showed a little package of Darby. He cannot compete at this Continental Classic because he was taken to the hospital and for observation and held overnight. So
So they're not fully saying if he's out of the competition, but he was not on the show yesterday, so he didn't miss a match. But if they pushed it forward a little bit, he could be missing matches, and he may be out of the competition.
I wonder if he'll have to forfeit, or they'll replace him with somebody, or his dumbass will try to come out and do some shit.
I'm gonna go with the last one there, Bobby.
Well, I also would, but sometimes for insurance sake, they can't allow someone who is not cleared, because if something really does happen to him or he hurts someone else, that'd be a big no no, a big no no in wrestling. So who knows? Like, obviously it could be a storyline, it could be real. I mean, I don't know. It's Darby Allin, like he does a lot of crazy shit. I'm leaning more towards the fucking latter of it being real. So we'll see what happens. And
I'm actually seeing if we can pull that up. Ringside News has been very good with giving us some of uh, the backstage dirt. You know, they've been pretty accurate. Um,
You
According to
son
this one
of a
here, Darby Allin's
bitch.
future in Continental Classic at risk after legit AEW injury. His status for the tournament is now up in the air. Excalibur announced that Allin was not cleared to compete and that further updates would be shared on Collision. Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer Radio confirmed the injury was legitimate and clarified rumors about the extent of the hospital stay. Somebody tweeted that he had been in the hospital for a week and he was still there. That's not quite true. What had happened was he got hurt in the Kevin Knight match last week. The spot that looked the scariest was the coast to coast drop kick. He got smashed with that move. I don't know if that's the move where he got hurt, but he did get hurt.
I mean,
Allen,
Kevin Knight just
he
did that to fucking Kyle Fletcher. Was it Kyle Fletcher?
Darby has been discharged and is back home, but his future is unclear. Other part of the quote here: he was in the hospital for a while, but they did clear him because he ended up going home so he can travel. He's out of the hospital. The impression I was given was they're going to find out more on Collision. He might stay in the tournament, he might not. They have to, I guess, figure it out in the next few days, depending on how he's doing. So,
It's early in this tournament. They could replace him technically, or he forfeits, and anyone who was gonna fight him automatically gets the 3 points. Right? I
yeah.
mean, that could also be a thing. But there's plenty of wrestlers that you could throw in there, like Rowdy. Not Rowdy. Rowdy's already in it. Shit, I don't know. One of the
So
fucking ops guys.
let me fill you in before you stick your foot in your mouth on the Gold League that has been really they've been showing both leagues fighting on Dynamite and Collision. They didn't separate them by shows. The Gold League, your participants are Kazuchika Okada, the defending champion, Darby Allin, Pac, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, Kyle Fletcher, and then on your Blue League, it's Takeshita, Moxley, Claudio, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Mascara Dorada.
Yeah.
Six
Well,
and six on each.
if they get rid of if Darby has to step away and they end up replacing him, who would you put in there? Who would you put in there?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, Kyle O'Reilly is not in this match, and he should have been in this tournament.
Doesn't he hurt too?
Yes, that's who I would have had in here. Since
So give me
now
a
you're
realistic one.
since now you're putting him as Moxley's kryptonite, so it would have been smart. Put him in
But
the classic and let them two be the ones at the very end of it, hashing it out again for a belt.
but obviously that's not a choice because he's hurt. So who would you put in?
Kyle O'Reilly, did you not listen to me when I said it?
Who would you put
That's
in?
who
He's
I
hurt.
want.
He's hurt. I don't give a fuck what you want. He's
That's who
hurt.
I
Who would
want.
you put in?
Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh my god, you're a fucking idiot.
You just asked me who do I want? Kyle O'Reilly.
I just asked you because you can't put him in. Who would you put in? You're a fucking idiot.
Avengers assemble.
I'd bring back Buddy Murphy or Public King.
He's hurt. You can't use him.
Oh, you know that. Is he still hurt? It's been fucking
He's
forever.
he's not in. Yeah, he's still recovering from his nagging ankle injury that he hasn't gotten through yet. That's why he hasn't been back on.
And put Brody King in then.
There you go. Good old Brody King, who's willing to do whatever anybody tells him to do in the company. I say he's a team player. He'd be perfect for it. Would he make it to the end? No, but he'd have some good matches though.
He has a lot of people who he could have great matches with in this fucking tournament.
Yeah,
So
It's a good replacement for Darby.
yeah, Put it on Andrade.
No shit. No shit. For real. For fucking real. But you know what? He's still not out of the water yet.
Yeah,
He's still they're
he's
still
in the
trying to figure
water.
it out. They're
He's in
still
the
trying to
water.
figure it out. From what they put on there about his uh his contract status, they're fighting it now legally. They're fighting it legally now because they're gonna put him out a whole fucking year.
That's taking away
He,
someone's fucking money. That's fucked up. You
that's
can't even do
someone's
indies, right?
livelihood.
Can
That's
he do
someone's
ind-
life.
Can he do indies, or he can't do like
Nothing.
major promotions?
Nothing.
That's
He
fucked
can't.
up.
He can't do anything wrestling for a whole year.
That's fucked up.
Yes, I know. That's what I was reading on that, and I was like, "How are you going to take someone's livelihood away?" Okay, he's not on TV. Let him go wrestle in Mexico, but no, he couldn't. He also got flagged for wrestling in Mexico in CMLL.
Fuck. And that's the
Yep.
one of the bigger reasons they brought him back, right? So fucking kind of bridge that gap with the rest of all the luchadors and stuff. Like,
Well, they're still making the best out of it because Claudio Castagnoli is your new
I was
CMLL heavyweight world champion over
I was
there.
about to say, speaking of CMLL, I just saw a fucking clip of Claudio just
Yeah,
fucking winning that
they
heavyweight
showed that
title.
clip yesterday on Dynamite before Moxley and Claudio's match, and that was a big dude he was fighting. It was a
Fuck
banger of
yeah,
a
that
match.
was a big mother. Did you see when that guy dropped Claudio on his head? A little too weird. They didn't show it on that clip, but I was watching online clips, and he fucking dropped him nasty and almost remnants to fucking Braun Breaker landing on his fucking neck, something similar like that,
Exactly.
but more of a power driver move or what is it, packaged power driver move.
Yep.
And luckily for fucking Claudio, again, muscle upon muscle, enough to fucking win the belt and then fight last night. Holy shit, dude! Like,
And last night's match was a fucking banger too.
and they fucking beat the fuck out of each other. And it seems like Mox is on a losing streak.
He's been on a losing streak, man.
He tapped out to Kyle twice. He loses to Claudio. He loses the main match on that Blood and Guts, right? He's the one who fucking
He topped to Kyle O'Reilly.
yeah.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Kyle is a kryptonite.
is that what they're pushing, right?
Before, you know, Moxley was untouchable, and as of late, he's been putting people over. He's been putting Kyle over a lot, which is crazy.
I wonder if he was supposed to be the next push, and unfortunately he gets hurt, and
Moxley
they had to
did
sell it.
defeat Mascara Dorada last week, though, so you can kind of say he's on a losing streak. He kind of picked up off the losing streak, but lost to Claudio. So it was like you went from an easy win to a fucking difficult loss.
Did you hear Brian Danielson's fucking commentary when he said, you know, he's lucky Kyle Fletcher's not in this match. You know, he seemed to lose to him nonstop, but now he's gonna fight Claudio, and he's gonna go hand to hand. What happens if Claudio beats him? Is Claudio the new fucking leader of the fucking Death Riders?
Yeah, because he said it. You always saw Moxley win, so you automatically assume Moxley was a leader.
Yeah,
Maybe they're like Judgment Day; they don't have a leader. But I mean, Moxley was always the one in front of the mic, so it's easy to say Moxley's the leader.
he's just he has better mic skills than everyone else. Let's be
Yeah.
realistic. So I get that logic of why he's on the
Oh,
mic.
Claudio needs someone for the mic. Let's just be real. Claudio needs.
That's why he never got the full push he ever got in WWE. Because if he talked like it was just because he has an accent and it was so monotone. Fucking
Yeah.
fantastic wrestler, amazing fucking dude. But you know that's one of the big things in wrestling. You need to fucking be able to talk. So.
If you can't handle the mic, you got to get somebody for you.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. Do you want to go into some of these matches from Dynamite?
We don't have to go to all the matches. Let's talk about the big thing. The fucking women's tournament for the belts.
We are one step closer now. We are one step closer now. The AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament semifinal hardcore holiday death match. Now, this wasn't necessarily a death match, but it was a pretty heavy hardcore match. And
Yeah, yeah. There was glass.
there
There
was
was
blood.
tables. There was blood. So, I mean, a good match. Megan Bain and fucking Marina Shafir versus Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
It
Good
was
match.
the Mega Problems versus the Timeless Love Bombs. I love the fact that Megan Bain and Marina Shapiro went with Mega Problems as their tag team name. I loved it because it was almost a play on the Mega Powers.
The mega problems.
Mega problems, dude. I love it, dude. I want a shirt of that.
Look on Pro Wrestling Tees. I'm sure it's there. It definitely ain't on fucking Shop AEW.
Well, yeah, no shit.
But
But Pro Wrestling Tees is the one that does the shirts for Shop AEW. That's what's stupid. No, no, I can't say I dislike them. I mean, I can't say I hate them. I just dislike that they need some new people to get in there to be their design or artists.
they need
They're
people to do better merch in general. You got rid of fucking Matt Jackson's walking wife because she fucking dropped the ball. But then you don't replace her, or you do, and it's the same fucking thing. Come on, man. Like the only thing that's changed, honestly, is there's more replica belts available.
yeah.
That's pretty much it.
But every time a new shirt comes out, it's not something you want to buy.
You know what? As great a wrestling and some of the best entrepreneurs that are in AEW that did their thing in the Indies or overseas or wherever, WWE fucking blows them out the fucking water and just merch styles and merch just picking up on key things like little fucking phrases from a fucking promo or something like turn it into a shirt. Come on, and AEW has those fucking stars where you can do the same thing, and they're just not doing it, and
I
that's
know. I love the Randy Orton shirt. As soon as I found out that they were selling it, dude, I fucking picked one up for for everybody. Fucking RKO everybody, dude. I loved it. That was awesome.
aren't you wearing a fucking WWE shirt right now?
I am. I've got it's the Ripple Junction section that they have, and
Hmm.
it's Bret Hart. He's got Shawn Michaels in the sharpshooter.
Yeah, and don't you have a Razor Ramon from Ripple Junction also?
Yep, where he's giving Undertaker the Razor's Edge.
Yeah, so why don't they fucking have Will Ospreay doing the Tiger Driver like the fucking Daniel Bryan? Like, why not that, right? Like, that'd
The
be
Tiger
fucking cool.
Driver or doing the Hidden Blade.
Yeah, or
Yeah, that'd
fucking,
be sick.
or put Ricochet going, like something stupid like, dude, that's if they can fucking go get over Yeet and yeah and what, dude, you can get over Ricochet's, like something stupid like that. I mean, you could.
You mean John Cena's that he's ripping off that he's homaging?
Has he said that? Has he said that? I haven't heard that.
No, he
No,
hasn't.
no, I was like, I haven't heard that
But
one.
that's what it is.
So come on, man. Like let's get with it. Because we've gone to so many shows, and if there's any indication how bad the merch is, we go to All In. Their WrestleMania. Did you see anything cool outside of a bell and maybe a jersey that said All In?
The only one that I liked was the T-shirt that I got, the pocket tee. It says "All in Texas" right here, and then on the back it's a Texas license plate that says "All in."
Okay, but that's a pay per view one, right? That's what I'm saying. Like that's a pay per view one. Like how come you can't have something cool for one of the wrestlers, one of your big stars,
Yep.
Osprey, Omega, the Bucks, something cool.
Osprey has soccer jerseys, so unless you're a soccer jersey or a football hooligan, they have those jerseys for him. I, did they have one for Swerve too? I just remember seeing Osprey on that.
Osprey had
Uh,
only had the fucking rugby soccer jersey.
yep.
And look at that. Fucking, you're talking about Swerve Strickland, like Swerve Strickland, whose house? Good catchphrase. They have one shirt that says whose house, and then his in the back on the very top by the neckline says Swerve Strickland. That's
Hmm.
it. What the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
Sad.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Sad.
I think this has been our bitch since shit for the longest time,
Yep.
the longest time, and you think you get rid of the problem, and it's just AEW. They fucking put
You
out
just
other
get
great things.
mega problems out of it.
There you go, Megan problems.
Mega.
So, all right, regardless, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa win that one, and they advance to the finals versus a team I don't think should be there. Shouldn't. I love one half of that. I think that they're in a good push for one half of that tag team, but not a tag team. Your favorite wrestler, Willow Nightingale, and Harley
The way
Cameron.
you feel about Eddie Kingston is how I feel about Willow Nightingale.
Oh, I know.
Should Eddie Kingston be fighting John Moxley for the championship at Winter is Coming?
You mean Samoa Joe?
That too. Should Eddie Kingston be fighting Samoa Joe for the championship at Winter is Coming?
Absolutely not. Why he's even in
Should
conversation?
that's just a question. I can't get a clip if you keep talking over me. Should Willow be fighting for the tag team championship belts.
No, absolutely not. Especially who they beat. Baffling. The first round match. They shouldn't have even gone past the first round.
Yeah.
How do
Well,
you fucking beat Athena and fucking Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Monet?
AKA Ultimo Monet,
How do you fucking beat them?
with
Who
the help
doesn't
of
sell?
Tony Khan.
That tells you right there, like Tony Khan, like with all these fucking fantastic, phenomenal athletes that he has and wrestlers, he picks two of the people who cannot sell worth a damn, who don't know how to fucking throw punches or fucking hit clean moves. Eddie Kingston and fucking Willow Nightingale. Wow.
So here's another thing, and I hate to bring this up, that you were wrong about. How you say that they don't like to do a lot of face versus face matches. This is what the final is now. Because I honestly wanted to see Megan Bain and Marina go to the finals. We didn't get that. And now we've got Tony and Mina going to the finals, but it's against them two.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Willow and Harley are going to win.
As sad as it sounds, and almost ridiculous.
They are the perfect PR guinea pigs to push out there to do everything they want and need for publicity, to keep people on them. Willow's been working her buns off. Harley, since her second match, has shown immense difference from a couple of years. These are the perfect underdog story to put out there.
Absolutely, and I think another big thing is they're both so positive. And don't get me wrong, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa are very positive, but they're very crass and they're very lewd, right? Tony Storm says some fucking outlandish shit, and Mina Shirakawa always talks about her tits and stuff. So you just said something you just can't do. Not for a first time belt that you're introducing and making the media rounds. You're right. So
Sex sells, but kindness pushes a little bit harder. And I think that's what they want to represent those belts, to represent them in the media, to get people to keep watching those belts be moved around.
I think, like you said, that's a big thing, and also a bigger thing is yes, sex sales and all that stuff, but you can't have you want to encourage women empowerment through these belts, and you want to introduce kid. I mean, essentially kids, right? Because these are like kid friendly characters that you put in Harley and Willow that you can bring more eyes PG style, which isn't AEW style, which is that's what makes it weirder, right? That's what makes it weirder. Like this is more wrestling based, action stars, crazy. I'm gonna throw the finger, fuck you. Look at my tits, fuck you. All that lewd shit. That's AEW, but I guess if they're introduced this one, I think it's more like a women empowerment thing. Let's be positive. I'm a great. I started off as a just an entertainer. Now I'm a wrestler and Harley and Willa. I'm always positive. Don't body shame me. I'm a fucking body positive person, and that's what it is.
Hmm.
Which for a fan sucks because I don't think I'm all for that movement and I'm okay with that, but there's better wrestlers out there, way better, more deserving wrestlers out there,
Hmm.
more deserving. So
I I'm not a fan of what's going to happen, and if we're wrong and Tony and Mina get it, hey, cool. We want to see them win. I would still be happy that Harley has a belt.
that's what I said. Yeah,
Harley, sure. And these are also mid Carters at best that'll be holding the inaugural belts. And then I'll move on to bigger things once they've already made their rounds with everything. I give them, hey, give them 90 days with it, see what happens.
yeah. The first into spring, into spring.
Because realistically, both shows do not have enough women to carry around oodles of tag team matches. Obviously, you saw most of the women in this tournament, and this tournament was what, eight tag teams, six tag teams, something like that.
Eight,
All eight.
I
So what?
think
That's 16 women.
that's the majority of the roster.
Yes, yes.
So much so that you brought other people from Ring of Honor to fucking fill in the gaps.
Uh huh.
So,
Yeah.
and you're right. Like that, it's not the men's tag team belt. It is the mid card belt for the women. And Tony Storm isn't a mid carder.
No.
Mina Shikawa isn't a mid carder. She's a mid carder, I guess, in AEW, but she's a main event in Ring of Honor. So
Mhm.
and Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale are pure mid carders. One either brand, it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
So I can see it happening, and unfortunately, that's the direction we look like we're going in, and you kind of gotta eat it up and just fucking bite your tongue and say, hey, well, there it is.
Grin and bear it, and maybe buy the T-shirt, right?
Yeah,
Ugh.
there you go.
I've got my wife speaking over my shoulder in the other room, saying it's the other way around. That's
It would be an international thing with Mina, but
yeah.
again, I think ultimately, if you have Harley and Willow beating Athena, the longest reigning women's ROH champion, the forever champ, and Ultimo Monet in the first round, that kind of tells you where the fucking direction you're going in. Sorry to say, that's just
I
unfortunate.
mean, that's how we feel about it. Hopefully, we're wrong, and Tony and Mina do get it. But if they're really gonna push who they want to push on this, yeah, we're gonna. True. To give others a chance.
I don't know if you consider Mercedes Monet as another. She's already had fucking gazillion belts before. And Tony Storm, her time was over, and that it was a great run, but AEW isn't about super long title reigns. It's not. That's not what it's ever been about. Look at
No.
look at Hangman's reign. What was it? 60 days, 66 days.
Yeah.
So, and he took how long to get that belt from Mox?
Yeah.
So there you
It
go.
took me 3 years to get back and get this belt again.
Hmm.
I'm coming after you. That was the promo in the backstage. What was
Coming
it?
after Hook, coming after Hook for costing him that shit.
What else did they say? Oh, I was reading that they were pretty much done with Hangman. They didn't know where to go with him story wise, so that's why they made him lose the belt. That's why they pushed the belt off of him. Samoa Joe was the better pick, apparently in the producer's eyes. So
Interesting. And that's what happened the first one of the first Hangman runs. He just kind of floundered. Like, who else do you put up against him? Like, he can only bleed so much, and he's not a bad guy. He can act
I,
like he's a bad guy. He was at one point a bad guy, but it just wasn't believable enough.
and all he kept doing was chasing people when people should have been chasing him.
It sounds like Thunder Rosa
Uh huh.
when she's calling out wrestling. And when have you seen her fucking even been in the title picture?
Thunder Rosa is like on the verge of being out of AEW
I,
already.
that's what it looks like. That's what
She's
it looks
playing
like.
out her contract, and all she's been. Oh no no no! I'm sorry, I got that backwards. She might be making a comeback, or she's gonna go to Ring of Honor.
She's been
Uh,
she's been in Ring of Honor like a couple of times.
she got divorced.
Oh,
She got divorced recently. Her and her husband are like I don't know, 14 years or something. Yeah, just recently divorced, and I don't know if the YouTube show shared that in the chat. Thunder Rosa cooking in her underwear. That's the title of the show. Legit. Look it up. She cooks food in her underwear, and on her Patreon, there's photo shoots and I guess all kinds of other stuff that she set out there. But go on there and watch. She watched Thunder Rosa cooking underwear. That's what she's been doing.
well, she needs money to pay her alimony like Nikki Bella.
Pretty much. Pretty much, man.
There you go.
It's sad when it comes down to it, but hey, man.
I mean, everyone has a personal life, and that's tough. And but again, like even before, if that wasn't happening before, when she made her comeback, she had that one title defense, like one title, like contendership match, and Gone.
Yep, just like Britt Baker.
Where's Britt Baker? On her way out too, maybe,
Don't
possibly.
know. Don't know.
Royal Rumble.
It'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to see. Who did they say was going? Oh, Anna Jay. She's on her way out. She may be on her way out. Her
Really?
contract is almost up. That might be Royal Rumble or
You think
something NXT
she?
because I think she's going to go to NXT. But I mean, it
Yeah.
wouldn't put it past her. They put a newbie in the Rumble.
I she's young enough for them to get rid of all her bad habits and get some
Uh-huh.
reps in for her. Absolutely. I know I've heard plenty of interviews from AEW wrestlers who have either been in the WWE system or were WWE superstars at one point. They say consistently, especially if they were former WWE superstars, they've said the biggest issue with some of the wrestlers in AEW is they've never had TV time training. So it's hard for them. It's hard to break habits. And you pointed out a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, when we talked about some like indie guy who came out and he was just pandering to the crowd so much so that he was ignoring what was going on. Mentality, right? Let's pander to the crowd. You know, you're gonna hype it up, and then you're gonna turn around. And you're gonna get hit with a belt. You're gonna get low blowed. You're gonna do something, right? But
Right.
so much so that it kind of was distracting. Like, okay, dude, like the match is going on, and you're not even a big superstar. Yes, you're getting your 15 minutes of fame in this match, but what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck? And I've
Yep.
heard a lot of interviews from again people who have either been in the system, even Kenny Omega, who used to be in Deep South, a WWE fucking kind of what is it, developmental fucking program. He said he was glad he was there because when he went to New Japan, he had that TV training to understand how to work a match in a big crowd where it's dead silent and you're kind of just pandering to the cameras. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just something that I think Anna Jay would be a good example of. Could go over there and they can flip that switch and help her get bigger.
Another indie darling that you could say in that respect would be one that came from RCW, uh, who is now named Maddie Rinkowski. She was Maddie in RC. I think she was Maddie in RCW. I forgot what she was called in RCW, but I think it was Maddie. But now it's Maddie Rinkowski. That's in NXT. She came from RCW. That's another one. She's a good wrestler. She's a really good wrestler. But she obviously in the Indies you don't have TV time, so you don't know how to slow pace. There's a commercial break. Slow down. You know, take your time trying to beat them up or bring them back into the ring. You know,
Hit a
pander to the
promo,
crowd a little bit.
hit a
Yeah.
promo, stuff like that. Yeah,
Yep.
those are big things because I mean, ask Claudio.
Yeah.
Claudio's a fucking phenomenal performer, hands down. But you can say that he hasn't gotten a big push he didn't get a big push in WWE as Cesaro, and hasn't really got a super big push in AEW outside of tag team or trios belts. But internationally, he's had the Ring of Honor belt, he's had the CMLL belt now because he doesn't have to talk. He's just there to fucking fight and whoop ass,
That's it.
which is fine. I mean, hey, some wrestlers that's what they're like.
Whip ass, chew bubble gum, and all a mile out of bubble gum.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's the route I'm thinking, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. So we talked about the women's tournament for the tag team belts, and when does this all culminate? Do you know? Is there a pay per view or
Winter is coming.
both tournaments are ended there, or is the
I don't know. I don't know. Let me see if there's anything up about that, or did they say anything on the sheets? Let me see. I don't know.
because the Continental Classics it's too early in the stages to fucking end it. Winters is coming,
No, 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 no. There's other things that are going on. Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe are fighting at Winter is coming.
and then is that tag team belt going to be won at Winters coming, or is that going to be at World's End?
Good question.
Because that's the next pay per view, right?
No, it's the TV pay per view.
No, no, like actual pay per view.
It Winter is coming is Dynamite next week. TV pay per view.
I know I said the actual pay per view.
The World's End.
Yeah, that's the next pay per view, real pay per view.
The World's End.
Yeah,
The World's End.
gonna punch you when I see you.
So we get Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe. Yeah. Let's see. That was that. Uh,
Well, while you're looking at that, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notified whenever we drop new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch, YouTube, and Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcast needs. And he's still reading, folks. He's old. Give him some time.
there's a lot to read, dude. Sorry, they don't have it. Our unofficial sponsor doesn't have this up for Winter's Coming.
Oh, well, there you
Uh,
go. Woo! I'm gonna hit the the fucking Farouk.
Damn!
Damn.
Yeah!
It's not telling me
You
anything here.
fucking mark!
That's a lot of crap.
Well, Fern,
Yeah!
Yeah, there's nothing showing on there. You know, what, let me look at one more thing just before we figure out what the fuck is going on here because I
Come on,
know they
mirror.
have something else that they were
What?
gonna show. Does it come up as a pay per view?
What?
Winter is coming 2025. Oh, yes, we do get the women's finals. It is Timeless Love Bombs versus Babes of Wrath. They will be fighting for the women's inaugural World Championship holding. You do have Samoa Joe, Eddie Kingston. You also have the TNT Championship on the line. Mark Briscoe versus Daniel Garcia. And I remember this. They called this one out. Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter will be fighting the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart and Sky Blue. And then Jamie Hayter said in their little backstage vignette that once they're done with them, then she wants to have a chat with Chris, and Chris is like, about what? And then Hater takes her glasses off and looks at the belt, and they're just staring at each other when they're finished. So yeah, there you go.
oh, I'm so excited for that next women's championship match. I'm so excited,
But
because
did you notice they had to put Hater with Statlander? It's like, why? But I get it. She's still new. Jamie Hayter had the belt for a while. She's been champion a couple times. Blah blah blah. That's cool. He gives her TV time too, but it's like I feel like they know they wanted to put the belt on Statlander, but they don't have any confidence in her, and I don't like that.
I don't see it that way because they put Mina with Tony at one point, and they also put Mariah May with Tony at one point. That's just to kind of get eyes on that other person, so they can make the turn and fight for it. Maybe they jumped the gun a little too fast, where haters looking at the belt. Maybe that shouldn't have happened, but I don't know. Like it's if they're taking off they took off the belt of a Hangman because they didn't have anything for him. What the fuck, right? That's a big glaring issue of why you should have some kind of writing, some writers in the back to kind of put something together for you. Hey, kudos to Tony for putting all these things together in these badass matches that we love to see. And this Continental Classic is a big fucking obvious thing. Like, hey, this dude knows how to fucking book matches. But I think at the end of the day, it's because those wrestlers can fucking wrestle,
Yeah.
and they make it work. This other storylines. What? Let me ask you this side question. What has been the most interesting storyline that you've seen in AEW? Period, from start to finish, like from the beginning of the fucking AEW to now. What is the most iconic storyline that you felt like, man, this fucking carried for 6 months, 5 months, whatever? Anything come to mind?
Um. Damn it. Hold on. What were they called? I forgot what the fuck they were called. Adam Cole and MJF.
Oh, better than you, baby.
Yeah, better than you, baby. That that to me has some ump to it until Adam Cole jumped off of the fucking high up thing and busted his leg and then fucked himself up and was out for a while and MJF having to do everything by himself and stuff. That had good implications of all shit that was coming through and then yeah.
That had some legs to run on. It had some legs, and unfortunately, Adam's Cole leg didn't hold up. You know, but
Exactly.
okay, outside of that, anything else stand up to you?
Well, what the fuck do you? What are you looking for? Tell me what you're
No, no,
looking for.
I'm just looking. I'm
I
just
did tell
trying.
you. So what else?
Just that one.
What else do you
Just,
want?
but I'm saying just that. That's
I
probably the
can't
best
just
story
give
you've
you an
seen.
answer. What else you got?
Fern, is that the best story you've
Sting and
heard?
Darby Allen.
Okay. That all I'm asking is that's my point is if they don't have anything for Hangman, that should be a glaring issue that you should hire writers. Like if that's the biggest storyline you've seen in 5 years of or 6 years of AEW, then that was more recent than anything.
Oh, big storylines.
I'm just saying in general, like what's the most storyline that stood out to you? And I like the MJF Adam Cole. That's you're
Yeah,
right.
that's good. I mean, fuck. What's another one? Kenny and Jericho.
I was gonna say Kenny and Jericho. That was one of the first ones
Yeah,
that stood out to me, but
yeah. That's
that
another
wasn't
big one
and
that
that was
held a
around the
lot
inception.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my point. But that storyline carried from New Japan. That's what I'm saying. That AEW needs some writers because there's not many storylines that can hold you, like kind of captivate you. And they have great wrestlers. Hangman's a great wrestler, but if you take the belt off him that fast, like what else? Like
If you start adding writers to AEW, it turns into WWE. Do you really want to mock or copy what's going on over there? Because then you're going to possibly dumb down the product. I understand where they stand in where they're at now because they do have producers backstage that produce and help produce the matches. You have older folks, older ECW folks, older TNA folks that have been through the runs that know how to help you. Okay, you got to do this. You're going to do this. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do this. Da da da. To can tell a match, to tell a story through the match. We just don't have a story that carries out past and before the match. That's what you're looking for.
I'm looking for something because a lot of these wrestlers don't have that kind of thought process other than people like an MJF or a Chris Jericho, a CM Punk when he was there. Those are the people who can carry a storyline from nothing to
Christian
something.
Edge.
Christian, yeah, something like that, right? But if they're not letting those people help, yes, there's producing and the matches are phenomenal, but if they don't let those people help write some kind of 2 month arc, at the very least 2 months, that's four was it 4 TVs or 8 TVs? 8 TVs. Well, now it's 16 TVs because of collision, right? 16 TVs. You
Not
can't
really.
like
It'd be eight. You wouldn't put them on. You would intertwine the shows, but they wouldn't be every week. They wouldn't be out.
so you break it down to half, right? So eight TVs to put something together. Come on, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think
If anything, I think those who have the biggest belts should have those people.
that I would be okay with that because Chris Statlander is one of those, and Hangman was one of those,
Correct.
right?
And they will start floundering over time because they don't have the oomph to keep the direction going. But you also have to think about the people that they have to fight. Maybe they don't have the right people to fight them for the belts too.
And storylines help build that because give me a perfect example of WWE. Jey Uso isn't a fucking main event.
Nope.
But they made him a main event, right? True story.
They forced them.
They forced him, and but they
Or
made
no, they didn't force him. They forced it.
yeah, and but it worked. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm saying if AEW got writers, the good thing about them is they're not shackled to a PG era. They're able to go out. So I think the stories could be a little more out there because they already have matches like Blood and Guts and fucking Texas Death matches. That if you have some kind of writing team, even at the bare minimum, to give at least your champions, and AEW has tons of champions, something to fucking go off of, it could be a big fucking thing in the long run for some of these fucking wrestlers because then they can go, you know what, you're gonna have a 2 match program with this person, but we're ultimately gonna lead you to this person, and you're gonna have a fucking 2 month story arc with them because you have a pass or blah 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 blah. I think that would be beneficial. I don't think they should have writers like taking over the whole show, but it would be beneficial for AEW to have some kind of writing team to get something put. At least, hey Tony, these are some ideas I have. Sift through them and pick what you like. At the very least, and I'm sure some people do that in the back. Like I'm sure there's some kind of producing
Somebody's
team.
trying,
Someone's trying,
but
absolutely.
it's not coming through as well as it should.
And of course, there could be a lot of factors that hey, Tony's like fuck you, like this is my show. That could be a big thing. Or hey, you're too old school. You're thinking old school way, and it doesn't work anymore. People don't want to see fucking nothing but holds. The people want to see high flying flippity shit and fucking hardcore shit and blood. Like I don't know. It could
But
be a
at the
number of
same
things.
token, too, how do you move forward when a lot of the people that you have in the back were from the past, staying behind?
That's where you get new blood. That's when writers, to an extent, come into play. A lot of ex wrestlers or writers in WWE, they come over and now they're just producers, helping
No,
make these matches
they
better.
were not writers because McMahon, if you're talking WWE, hired people outside of the WWE to write stories for them. Hello, do you remember Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yeah, but you know Jimmy Jacobs, who was also a big writer in WWE, and he's also a wrestler, and now he's
Yeah,
in
yeah, he's a
AEW.
wrestler, but he wasn't a popular wrestler. He was just a wrestler.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Like you could put some of the past, like a wild throw out there. You have someone like the Dudleys or Bully Ray, someone who has been through the system, was in ECW, had no writers, but had Paul Heyman, a smart motherfucker, and he learned, and then he went to TNA and was able to produce some of his own matches where he did aces and eights, and then did the fucking, he had a fucking title run. Someone like that who has a mind for the business, and you're right, there's a lot of people in the back who have had years and years and years or decades of experience. Just let them fucking write a segment for somebody and see how that goes. At the end of the day, it's ultimately up to that wrestler to
And then
pull it
what? Will
off.
you buy the shirt?
If they make a good shirt, sure. If they make a good shirt,
And then what? Where's the end game of this? Are you going to buy a shirt?
yeah. The end game is good wrestling, better stories. They have great wrestling. They got the wrestling in spades, hands down. It by far surpasses 80% of WWE roster. But can they fucking put a segment together? Can they cut a promo? Fuck no. They're fucking gibbering over their words.
Yeah.
The only people who can cut promos in AEW are people who are formerly WWE superstars. Let's be realistic. Or the big stars in New Japan, which are the Bucks and Kenny. That's about it. That's as far as it goes. Have you heard Pac really talk outside of saying, oh, "I'm fucking the bastard. I'm gonna whoop your ass"? They all say the same thing. I'm gonna beat your ass and get the belt. I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna move up on this tournament. I'm gonna beat your ass and then I'm gonna finally get a shot at what I deserve. Why do you deserve it? What's the backstory to that? Nothing. It's bullshit. So
So the longevity of AEW will depend on the writing.
I think the longevity, absolutely. The booking's there, right? But there's
Think about it. AEW is only 6 years old.
yeah.
So for them to stay in the ranks for years to come, hire writers.
I
Got to
mean
write stories.
that, and well, you got Tony Khan's money, so you're not gonna fucking go anywhere anytime soon. He don't need investors. He is the fucking investor. So I'm kudos to him because he has the ultimate say so. I understand that. That's Vincent Mann had the ultimate say so in WWE for the past 30 something years. I get that, but Vincent Mann also surrounded himself with yes men, but also people who could write. What did you say just a second ago? He went outside the box, hired Freddie Prinze Jr., Vince Russo, people like that, and you got the Attitude Era out of it. You got NWO out of it. Like that could happen for
Freddie
AEW.
Prince was an attitude era. He was
No, no, no.
Ruthless
I
Aggression
know,
era.
I know, but I'm talking like Vince Russo, someone like that, Eric Bischoff. Like you hire people like that who have some inkling. They don't have to be those people. They don't even have to be from wrestling, but have an actually like wrestling and have an idea of how to create some kind of story arc. Story arc. Give me fucking a month, 2 months of fucking actual good programming. Darby, Orange Cassidy, when they had the belt, they did the story in the ring. Fantastic. Fucking changed me as a doubter of them as wrestlers into fucking believer.
Hmm.
Now imagine they had someone kind of guiding them and giving them some ideas of who the next person was, and who the next person was, who the next person was, for them to fight, create some kind of little story. Jericho did that with the Jericho Appreciation Society, and before that, the Pinnacle versus what was his other group called in the beginning? Because it was MJF who had the Pinnacle,
The Inner Circle.
the Inner Circle, like something like that. Like yes, it gets old, and then you create a new iteration of himself, and then it's JAS, and another iteration of himself, and now it's the Learning Tree. Like you need something like that to help kind of give these wrestlers some longevity in their career because they're fucking putting their bodies on the line to put on a good match because there's nothing else to go off of other than them fighting.
Yep.
So, is it doable? Absolutely. Yes, they're in their infancy of their fucking of AEW. Yeah, they're not even fucking a teenager yet. They're fucking 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They crawled to fucking walk. Maybe they'll get to the point where they start running, right? But I think that's the direction you need to, because you just said it just a second ago. They took the belt off of Hangman because they had nothing for him, and you feel like maybe you as a fucking fan feel like AEW might not have the fucking belief in Chris Statlander to carry that title. That's pretty sad when you fucking took it off of someone who had some all this steam behind her, Tony Storm, to put on this person who's been with the company forever. Where do you go with it? They're taking her with Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter, who has fucking no character other than wearing fucking disco clothes. Like, come on. There's something better out there, and hell, AEW hire us too. We'll come up with some storylines. You can reject half of them. Maybe we'll give you a nugget and you'll be something good, right? That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, all right then. Spin it back one time. Two hops this time.
Bink,
Two hops this time.
bink, bink.
Slide to the left.
And slide
Slide to
towards
the right.
fucking what's it called? This TV pay per view.
Yeah.
Winter
Winter
is
is coming.
coming, so
Next week. Dynamite.
you got 4 matches, right? That
So
are
far. So far, they're gonna add a few more. They always do. They'll make it a little over 2 hours, and right now it's still a little. It looks like it's gonna start a little bit earlier. They're saying 6:30 Central, so probably a regular TV time. But yeah, right now it's just 4 matches. The women's tag match that they put together, TNT Championship, the women's tag tournament champions, and the World Championship. So
out of those 4 title contender matches. Do you care about any of them? Honestly,
I want to watch it all.
you want to watch it all?
I'm gonna watch it all. I want to watch it all. I want to see what they're going to do with some of this stuff. I want to see how they're going to progress storylines with Jamie Hayter and Chris Statlander, Sisters of Sins. I want to see if Daniel Garcia can step up to Mark Briscoe and how they're going to play that. If the inner circle, if the Deaf Riders are going to come into play with this, if they're going to have the conglomeration come out and deal with more of this, because this is still pushing their feud. Because that's their story right now, is their feud. I want to see what's going to play out with the women's tag team champions. Who's going to win? How they're going to do things, if someone's going to turn, if there's any drama that goes on with that. And why wouldn't you want to watch Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe? Eddie Kingston probably does have a chance to beat Samoa Joe. It's a hairline of a butt crack hair, but you know what? If you enjoy watching Samoa Joe do Samoa Joe, this is a match for you. So why not watch some wrestling?
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not excited to see Samoa Joe defend his first title defense against him. One, I don't want to see Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron have a possibility of winning the inaugural Women's Tag Team Championship. I'm okay with the Danny Garcia Mark Briscoe, because I thought Mark Briscoe deserved that belt a while ago, and now he has it. So I'm interested to see that match because he beat Kyle Fletcher for it. And the Chris Statlander thing and Jamie Hayter with the Sisters of Sin. I don't mind seeing the Sisters of Sin, but don't care that they. Why would they put Jamie Hayter in this fucking match? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Two opposing views. You know, ultimately we're both gonna watch it anyway. I love wrestling, and hopefully like you said, hopefully things do progress and you get something out of it at the end of the day.
that's right. And you got to watch Collision on Saturday to see what matches they're going to add onto this card, because this isn't the rest of the card. There's still room for a couple more matches.
Well, because of the TV pay per view, obviously it's not Blood and Guts, but Blood and Guts only had 3 matches. Obviously,
No,
Blood and
but I
Guts is
mean,
super long. I get that.
if you look at Dynamite, there was 5 matches, I believe. Let me
So maybe we get
see.
one more match.
At least I'm hoping so.
Well, after Kenny
There
Omega's run in, maybe
was
it's a 5-on-5.
one, two. Yeah, there was 5 matches on Dynamite.
I have a feeling that the next match is going to be a Don Callis versus Omega, the Bucks, and Jurassic Express. They'll probably add that match on this,
Yeah,
or it builds
oh,
up to
make it
well
a
then.
make it an 8-man tag, or a 10-man tag.
It'll be a 10-man tag for sure. I think
Yeah,
that'll be the next match. in
just to
reality.
have a bunch of carnage going on during the show, and then later you could separate on the main pay per view or whatever's going on. Because I mean, they still have some. AEW's got some stuff coming up. Let's look at the pay per view list real quick. Thank you, SmackDownHotel.com. Oh my God! So we got Winners coming December 10th. AEW Holiday Bash. They're pushing this one because this is for both Dynamite and Collision that's going on in England, Manchester, England, before Christmas. And then you also have the main pay per view, AEW World's End, which is going on in Chicago, Illinois, at the Now Arena, Saturday, December 27th. And then you also have AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash because New Year's Eve is December 31st. And that'll be in Omaha, Nebraska, Liberty First Credit Union Arena. And that's going to run out, that's going to end the year for AEW.
So you got 2 TV pay-per-views, possibly 3 with that International Holiday Bash and World's End, an actual pay-per-view. So 3 TVs possibly, and
They're cramming in 4 good shows before the year's up.
that's what's
And
up.
not including Collision that's also happening on Saturdays. But this is more of a pay per view type esque showings. You got 4 pay per view. You have 3 TV pay per view esque kind of things and an actual pay per view within this month on top of the holidays. So kudos to AEW for trying to make us get away from family to watch TV because I'd rather be doing that than be with family.
I think AEW is coming to Texas. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, they are coming to Texas, January 26th, I believe, at the
28th
28th at the Cedar Park HEB
for Dynamite.
Arena. I'm gonna try to be there. We'll see.
Let me see real quick. No, not yeah. It's the 28th. It's a Wednesday. So yeah, Dynamite 28th, Cedar Park. WWE is doing. They are here in. No, I'm sorry. They are at the Moody Center in Austin tomorrow for SmackDown, December 5th. Uh, Happy heavenly birthday, Dad. That's Dad's birthday. And then December 6th is NXT Deadline. The pay per view is in San Antonio at the Boeing Techport Center.
Nice. I want to go to that. See if there's any tickets to
I believe there
catch that.
still is. I don't think it's
Nice.
sold out yet. Could be
Nice.
wrong. Uh,
Well, we'll find
yeah,
out. Only one way to
yeah.
find out. I'm trying to make it to SmackDown tomorrow. Maybe buy some merch,
There you go.
holiday merch, and hopefully catch NXT Deadline. Maybe just to get more merch.
Shit, yeah, there you go. Hopefully something's out there. Hopefully put some
Mm,
good stuff out there.
yeah. All we can do is wait. They did clearly have better merch than AEW, so we'll get to that point when we get to
Not
that
gonna
point.
lie though, I mean I found a couple of good things when they came down to the tech port. I got that Death Rider shirt and I got a signed Mercedes Monet figure. So can't complain.
Nice, nice. Well, cool, man. Well, what another bell to bell on a Thursday night. If you want to
Yeah.
watch back, it is on Spotify with video, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast needs at Beyond the Ropes Pod or BTR 210.
Keep an eye on the socials and definitely catch us on Tuesday while we talk more wrestling.
Wrestling, and hopefully, like I said, well, as we get closer to the end of the year, me and Fern will do a special edition of the BTR Awards when we discuss some of the best matches. Of course, this is all going to be opinion based. Best matches, breakout star, most improved, rookie of the year, whatever. We'll figure out a little system here, and we'll.
We'll figure out some categories, put some stuff together, talk to some people, and bring it over to you on one of the shows coming up, whether it's live or recorded. You'll definitely be able to hear from us our opinions on some of the best and worst of 2025.
Yeah, I think maybe we should bring some guests on to have a little conversation about some of this because we're not the only ones who watch wrestling, and there are other people that we know that do
Right.
are very heavily involved in the wrestling watching business, and Fern knows some people who are in the indie wrestling business. So hopefully we can get some people on and just have just just a nice
Healthy
discussion,
conversation.
a healthy conversation about what's going on and how we view 2025 in the wrestling year, where you got wrestling pretty much every fucking day. Monday,
Damn right.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays if there's a pay-per-view for AEW.
That's
So,
right. Mark your calendars. 9 days left. Goodbye, Cena.
9 days left. Whew, that's coming up quick.
9 days left.
That is coming up quick. But, I heard something. But regardless, stay tuned for more stories, more violence.
We're the podcast that hits back, brother.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah!